Library guy, this guy's just a little library guy. Library guy, this guy's just a little library guy. Handing out books, always on foot. Hiking round for what the city's hiding away. Talk to the bugs, gonna read songs, helping call a cop to try and spread brighter days. Library guy, this guy's just a little library guy. Library guy, this guy's just a little library guy.
Welcome to South Park. I was going to go somewhere else first, but I just came across the Unicorn Ranch here. And I can't not go to that first now. Also, I love this one's face. Evil clown with little unicorn voodoo doll type thing. Okay, it's good. Good to have one of those. Babies on sticks. Cool. Oh, there's a unicorn up top too. Didn't even notice that one. Else down here. All right, more heads on pikes. Bunch of them. Little shrine or altar type of thing. Anything else up this way? No. A junker or two though. I dig the hell out of some of these unicorns though. This metalwork one is crazy. Let's move along. I have a thing for these like old auto shops that are falling down almost. Something cool about them. I don't know. Something, my connection may or may not go to crap along here. I wasn't able to connect for a little bit, but it seems like now that I'm on, it's not dying, so who knows? Got a nice bikini espresso stand over here. Remnants of a phone booth. So South Park here, where we are, is sort of interesting that it's a place that doesn't quite exist in some ways. It's not within Seattle city limits, but it's also not in any other, it's not its own city. It's just unincorporated land that happens to have a name, basically. So, they're still part of the county, but they basically, they have lower tax rates because they don't have all the city taxes. They still have county and state and all that. But they also, don't get all the services. I think they actually pay King County Sheriff's Office to put their police, and they pay Seattle to be their fire department, things like that. Do like local levies. But as is the case in many of these sorts of places, it's also become kind of the a place where some artists and whatnot show up because the land is cheap, basically. A lot of warehousing, no taxes. So you have a metalworking thing. You need somewhere to go with like an acre and no noise ordinance. This is the place to be. And a handful of sort of cool restaurants are starting to show up fairly recently. But there were already some here. Hey, Nora. Oh, shit. Nora, how do you feel about unicorns? This is an important question very quickly. Okay. You're not gonna lose your mind over missing out on the unicorn ranch that I just passed then. If it turns out you were a unicorn fanatic, I would run back. The truck just randomly parked in the intersection. It's a good spot for it. See, I haven't seen a manticore ranch, I'm afraid. That's rough, I realize. This area doesn't necessarily have a lot of libraries because it's more industrial than anything else, but I figure it's worth a walk anyway because it's nice out, so fuck it. Benito Juarez. Entre los individuos, como entre las naciones, el respeto al derecho ajeno en la paz. So between people as between nations, respect of the rights, no remember ajeno. I think it's just of others is peace. Respecting the rights of others is peace. Oh, hey. It's in English. I didn't need to translate it. Okay. Pardon me. So up here we have a little bit of street art. It's kind of fun. Oh, God. Get out of the sun for a minute. This is okay. It's not the most amazing street art ever, but I like the cosmic jellyfish going on. This one looks way cooler though. Calaca Quarteto. Oh, hey Barb. But are you not like in the air right now or something, Barb? Well, enjoy the flight. If you're bored later on, the first 5 minutes or so has me wandering around a unicorn ranch, which I think is important for everybody. Fly safe. Thank the pilots. Let's see where I'm actually going. I forgot to look. A whole array of unicorns. There's a blue one with a goofy face, and a death metal one. A couple of merry-go-round types. There's a whole ranch. It's clearly where unicorns go to retire. I'm in this weird... South Park isn't actually a city. It's just sort of unincorporated county land, which at this point means it's one of the places where sort of, you know, metal artists and muralists and so on have moved because they can't afford to be in the previous mildly artsy places with cheap land. Let me see where I'm going, though. Alright, so we are... Oh shit, I think I missed one. Okay, we'll have to come back there afterwards. Damn. That's fine, I'll circle back. So along Dallas here, which is what I think I'm at. Go to Southern, I'll sort of circle around and wander a little bit. There's not going to be a huge amount of libraries on this one, because there's barely people out here. Crap, hang on. One more thing. You come down a little bit. There we go. Okay. So it might be a short walk. Maybe I'll just hang out at the water for a little bit. We'll see. Either way, it's 70 for the first time this year. And I felt like getting the hell out. Weird mix of like older, cheaper houses and natural gas storage. I think I might see a thing over here. There's something over here. Let's see what it is. A library that's like falling apart rapidly. Oh, I guess I'll just open this door. Alright, they got Willa Cather, Judy Bloom. So whatever I put in here, I'm going to need to sort of set back a little bit so it's out of the rain, I think. Might need a smaller book. No. What do I have in here that's smaller? You know, here we go. Here we go. Nathaniel Hawthorne. our first round of police abolition for the day. So just leave that there. We'll also note something kind of rare for Seattle. Here's your night. Humble folks without temptation. Oh, God. Probably deserved that trip. Alright, before I forget, let me update the thingy. There may be a couple on this next block or two. We'll go down over the river and walk along it for a bit. Book of practical cats. Oh, let's take a quick look down here. I see a huge amount of flower garden over here. Dang. Oh, I need to update the thing. Yeah. Irises. There's some plastic fruit hanging from the tree randomly. Good thing to have. Massive tulips. They have like silk flowers mixed in with the normal flowers. It's interesting. Okay. Go back for a minute. So I've been distracted by a mini bike. Slow cats. satellite dishes out here in the wild again. It's been a long time since I've lived somewhere that just had them up. That's telephone lines or whatever. Oh, actually, I think you see the next library here. That's one at it too. Give them a minute to finish what they're doing, and I'll swing by. Oh. Hey, got a pantry here too, though. Would one too. I'll give them a little extra. Oh, some big ones. Actually, where am I going to the next one? I'm going to circle back. Oh, yeah. Okay. I stand corrected then. I'll get that one and then go. Venteus offended. Okay, this is actually really clever. The English version is 20 is plenty. Here, Oh, let me see what I got. Hello. It's mostly kid stuff here. Don't have anything kid related. Tolstoy might be a bit much. No. I'm going to throw off the organization you're doing there by putting more in, but...
Oh, thanks. That's fine. Yeah, I come there twice a month and I organize it and then I put more books in.
That's nice. I'm trying to get around the city and drop books in every library.
Wow. Try one more time.
Fine, we'll let him get along. I'm trying to get around the city and drop books in every library I can find, but I can't like bring boxes with me as a result, so
Yeah, well,
I'm glad someone's doing it.
this is, I volunteer to take ahead. They're the ones who sponsor those.
Oh, I didn't realize there were...
So they every month I stock them with new books.
Oh, it's cool.
And then, yeah, and then I just try to keep it organized and neat and, you know, just make sure that things are moving.
Yeah. All right, take care. Hello.
He's very vicious, careful.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
He snarled at me for a minute.
Guy, so.
Hi. Well, now you're happy. Okay.
Good job, Paul.
Well, that was a surprise. You had to be vicious with me. He's gonna snip my knee.
Oh, he likes you. Good boy. Okay, come on, little sir. Come on, let's go.
Got started by Paul there. Don't mind me. So page ahead there. I don't actually know who they are. I've seen a bunch of those kind of odd blue libraries around, usually in sort of like the poorest parts of town. It's interesting. Like a stone fountain location or something. Let's go snoop for a minute. Just like polished stone stuff. Anyway, apparently there's a charity stocking some of those. That's cool. Most of those big blue ones I've seen from them have been like falling apart rapidly, but that's all right. Let's go down to the river. See what we can see. Normally I stop and look at other flowers, but look at how vivid these ones are. Holy shit. See if I can sneak over to the water here, but I think I see a chicken coop here, so I'm curious if there's any chickens hanging out to say hi to. Oh, there are. Hello. You don't look like you really want to hang out that much right now. Alright, that's fine. They don't seem too talkative today. Gypsum to gypsum. Sounds like quite a complex operation. fucker. There's your kitty here. This kitty would like to say hello. Hello. Like say hi? You would? Is that okay? You're very soft. Is that it? Okay, I guess that's it. We've had enough. Well, thank you for your time. The Duwamish waterway here. It's just called the waterway instead of river. I'm not really sure why. I think it's been dug out over the decades. Might be part of it, but let's go down to it for a minute. So the Duwamish here is actually sort of the original river that Seattle is based on. A lot of the Salish people would meet around here at sort of the confluence of it and Puget Sound, give or take. And then over the years it got industrialized heavily. Boeing is down there, although they're actually one of the better ones, but there was just a lot of like chemical dumping and asphalt creation and all sorts of other stuff that you'd get sort of outside of city limits 100 years ago, 50 years ago, etc. So most of those companies are gone, long gone. There's actually a really interesting saga ever since then of much river being a Superfund site now. Cleaning up decades and decades, but trying to figure out who owns the responsibility for all the shit that was dumped in it 100 years ago. There's some very cool like forensic accounting going on, trying to figure out like, okay, who dumped a bunch of arsenic in the water in 1926, and who bought that land, who bought the company who bought the land, which holding company might have that now. I'm like sinking into the mud flats here. Okay, I gotta get up to slightly drier ground. Oh, at least firmer. There we go. It's all this, and it's still all this like post-industrial wasteland. It's now actually really clean. They've been reclaiming bits of the river piece by piece. Fish are in it now that won't necessarily kill you. A couple of local tribes do a little bit of fishing here now. But still also a massive sort of shipping route. It's been, dredged and channeled 100 years ago. and see where we're going. Get in there. Come on, bottle. You can do it. Come on, bottle. There we go. Okay. Let's see where we want to go. So we are there. I think maybe we go up to 8th, sort of circle around, find another piece of water, and maybe take hold until, like, if there's some kind of shuffle our way back across for a bit until we get eventually back down towards where we are now. I don't really expect to find much, but it'd be interesting to wander around. Oh God. Let's see actual pools where I've stepped already. Not like a little bit of water, but immediately filled in. Swing by Boeing Field before I finish and just see how many planes are sort of stacked up there. Haven't been out here for like a year or so, maybe, because there's nothing out here to be here for. But as part of that, a year or so, maybe 2 years ago now, I don't even know. Whenever Boeing had to recall a whole shitload of planes, they all ended up here. Well, not all. But a bunch ended up here. This Boeing Field has some parking space, but I just happened to walk by and there were like 600 planes all just parked. So I only did inspect it for whatever the recall was. Oh, shipped from his drywall recycling. Guess it actually makes sense. Didn't even know that was a thing. signs over here. Oh, jeez. And a hole in the sidewalk. Oh shit. This mountain didn't even occur to me. You don't see a whole shitload of drywall? There's a mountain of crushed drywall. Quarks, hey. How you doing? So you're in time. There's good news and bad news, though. The bad news is that this is probably a fairly short stream, just because I'm in this sort of one of my favorite industrial wastelands. But there's not a huge amount of libraries as a result either. Not a huge amount of housing. There is, however, drywall recycling. Some real serious barbed wire to protect that drywall too. You are late for me petting both a dog and a cat, I'm afraid. That's also the bad news right now. We'll see if we find more. There's something kind of cool. I mentioned at the last one that at the last little park that the Duwamish is, it's a super fun site that just had a century of random shit poured in it before they started taking care of it better. Among the stuff they're doing, there's all these little parks. They're actually owned by the Port of Seattle, not by the city. And actually, we're still not in city property. Over on that side of the road, it's the city. But all these little parks that the Port of Seattle had, which were mostly undeveloped, just like a bench next to the river, were all called like Park 12 and Park 13 and whatnot because the port doesn't give a shit. They're just making land because they didn't know what else to do with it yet. But just this last summer, they went through like a pretty big process with the Duwamish tribe. With a whole bunch of possible names. So instead of the 8th Street Park, there's no way I'm going to say that right. Ta'atutsid. Yeah, I think that might be it. Ta'atutsid. All these random little parks now have Duwamish names, basically. And like, it's one of those things where, does that change much of anything? No, not really. But it's important in its own way that they're doing something. Now the river, still just full of barges and shit over here. Do not eat the shellfish from here if you find any. But, it's nice that they're trying. They're cleaning it up piece by piece. Some of these barges might actually be dredges for the river cleaning itself, now that I think about it. Now that I look around at, like, the bags of stuff over there. Some guys welding on boats, on barges. Yeah. Let's go wander through a little more industrial stuff. We'll make our way back towards residential in a little bit. Ooh, jeez. If I don't break an ankle on the way there. Important quirks. How do you feel about unicorns? It's going to be my running question as people wander in. Okay. I think around the last library I find today, because I must have walked past it when I got out of the car, there's a unicorn ranch. I'm not going to explain it any further than that. Cool. Just perfectly round boring everywhere. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get back there at some point. Assuming I don't have half a boat following me or anything. So if you're wondering what it smells like here, I don't know. Like saltwater taffy and WD-40 at the same time. A unicorn ranch, yeah. You heard me. Now this is not to be confused with the Tenacious Unicorn Ranch, which I believe is in Colorado. Those guys kick ass. Alright, so I don't get to go through past this one. It's probably fine. Nothing's even paved out here. That's how far out I am from the rest. You need wholesale dry chili, so this is the place to be apparently. Maybe I can go up this way actually. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, what the hell, let's go up this way for a minute and see where it goes and double back if need be. A little bit of cool street art there. But there's also a guy walking out looking at me funny, so I'm going to keep going. Hey, Makawaka, how you doing? We'll see what's up here and sort of double back from there. So I see the streets going into the highway out that way. Yeah, no, I get that, Marks. It's true. Not only that, but a horse right over our head and holding a camera. Not only do I look odd, but clearly there's something suspicious happening. Why does this guy have his door sandbagged? Who knows? Well, I thank you for the intent, Makawaka. I don't know if the world's ready for industrial wasteland Seattle, though. It's okay. One of the things I love about this part is that there's still companies that have like pilings. That's what they do. They put logs in the water. That's their whole job. And now, to be fair, I would also ramble on about whatever. I'd be a little confused about people coming here, but I'd then ramble about libraries and industrial waste. Yeah, it's 70 here for literally the first time this year, and I don't even have that many libraries in this area, but I just sort of refuse to stay inside. There's the sun. It's been a while since I've seen it. It's up there, I promise. On this way, Ironworks. You're a little bit late for the drywall recycling plant I walked by. You know, some big stuff happening. It's like a stone bench place. The art of shaping stone. The sun quarks. I understand that. It's scary. I literally brought 2 pairs of sunglasses with me because I was surprised by the sun. Forgot I had one, grabbed another pair. I only own 2 pairs, but that's beside the point. It was so bright I didn't know how to react. Oh, it's only corks. Oh. Like not gonna get away. You should follow Maka Waka here too. He does the same sort of thing without libraries, but down in like Santa Rosa and sort of the Napa area. Except he's got like a gimbal and shit that makes it look a little more professional. Powder coating and sandblasting. I love that this stuff is still down here. I don't need anything sandblasted, but I'm glad to know that where I could do it. This is also sort of my sign that Seattle, even though I'm literally outside Seattle city limits now, my sign that Seattle isn't completely gentrified is that some of this stuff is still out here. As Capitol Hill gentrified and pushed people into Beacon Hill, and Beacon Hill gentrifies and pushes people over to Georgetown, and Georgetown starts to gentrify and push people out here. It'll happen eventually, I'm sure. It'll all just be one big fucking condo. But for the moment, there's still a little bit of safety. Good, hard-working, salt-of-the-earth people. Humble folks without temptation. Ample parking day and night. People shouting, "Howdy, neighbor." Look at this incredible brutalist thing. It's like a fun architectural fact no one is asking for. Brutalism. Architectural form, you know, basically known as being like big gray blocky structures. Actually not named brutalism because it's brutal, although it is. It happens to have some automatopoeia to it, sort of. It's named that way because the architect who sort of founded that school of thought was French, named Brut. It was actually all about essentially function over form and maximizing interior space, which happens to end up with a sort of brutal look. Sort of conveniently, we can call it that and be right. Hey, buddy. It's okay. You look like you might be a guard dog. I'm going to let you be. Let's see, can I get down this street? So you can. Let's see what's down here. Wire rope and rigging. Dude. All these companies start forgetting that anyone needs. In case you're wondering about them. Mexican flag, US flag, Canadian flag, and Seahawks flag. So you know who works there, whether they're cool or not. I see Hazard Factory over here. Hazard Factory does like metalwork. They also do like classes on metalwork, welding and cutting and all that. And they, every year at the Georgetown Carnival, they sponsor what's sort of the big thing, which is the power tool races. They get help from Hazard Factory as needed, but they make circular saws and chainsaws and sanders and stuff into race car vehicles, sort of covered with, you know, baby dolls and mascots and stickers and whatever, and race them down the street. It's insane and beautiful. I should probably plug in here in a minute. Let's stop here for a second while I get some water and a battery. I think we're getting back into residential a little bit here. Oh, God. Battery, where are you? Over here. Pardon the shaking while I fumble around. There we go. Shit, I left my jacket in the car since it's actually warm. I don't have pockets now. Or it's not the appropriate number of pockets for all my shit. Okay, there we go. And we're moving again. Mechanical Agents Inc. Ooh. Actually just learned this the other day. Grape hyacinth here. It's actually not a native plant, but it's everywhere up here. Don't know where it came from. But the new thing I learned is apparently edible. She tastes very slightly grape-like. Like the bitterest grape ever made, but... Oh God. Yeah, never mind. I think half of a grape hyacinth is plenty. When you first chew into a bud, you get a very distinct grape flavor, like a Concord grape, for just like an eighth of a second, and then it turns to pure bitter. Yeah. Oh God. Well, it's awful. But we learned something today, class. If you're starving, you can find some grape hyacinths. have at it. If you're not starving, maybe you skip them and go get something else. Oh. Oh man, the taste is so bad. It's like lingering on me. I passed by here earlier. See if the chickens want to hang out yet. Or if they're still like hiding in the shade there. Well, they might. Let's go see some chickens. You know, it might not be bad in a tea, like with some sugar or something to help balance it out. Might be pretty good. Hello there. Hey, everybody. Yeah? You making noises at me? Or are you guarding? I'm not going to mess with them. It's okay. I'm just here to hang out and say hi. Hey. Seems unnecessary. The rooster seems a little agitated by me being here. The hens seem okay with it though. Hi. You checking me out? Good. Okay, I'll let you be. Thank you though. Carry on doing your chicken things. He is, and you might know he was trying to block my access to them. Oh man, I've still got that hyacinth taste in my mouth. It's fucking awful. I'm just going to kind of like back and forth through some of the streets here and see what we see. No major plan. Passed that guy 3 times now. Should see if he wants a book. Ah, I see where I am again. Up there's a massive pantry and library and stuff that I hit when I was coming up the other way. Oh, this one's a dead end. I guess I can't go down here. At least not far. So I came from what's now to the left when I got to that, and I'll go try and see what's out to the right here. Some more stonework. just sort of serpentine our way around. Oh, this is a dead end too. Shit. Alright, we won't serpentine that far. I don't see anything down here that looks library-like though. Alright, well, I guess we'll continue on. So, great big pantry and stuff there. Isn't it cool? So I did a brilliant thing. Since I knew there wouldn't be that many libraries, I brought a whole bunch of my heaviest books. I have like Tolstoy and poetry anthologies and stuff on my back today. However, my non-brilliant part is that the libraries that I've hit so far, I just forgot that I had those on there and gave them normal, small paperbacks. So, I'm not exactly reducing weight like one might, do if they were reasonable about things. Here's a dead end. That might be a thing, actually. Let's see. What's that? Oh, jeez. Little gnome playing a trumpet there. Is this? Oh, community center. Didn't even know there was one here. Neat. Let's try over here. Let's see what we see. That's just mailboxes. There's something coming up here. Might be a pantry. Might be a pile of stuff someone's trying to get rid of. I don't know. Oh. Maybe it's like a yard sale with no one here. I think it might be. Venice, some Jesuses. They have a variety of cheap literature by any chance. Doesn't look like it. Test tubes, hangers. Well, it's free. Do I need any of this stuff? I don't think I do. The fact that it's free has me at least thinking about it, because look at this bottle. Like, how old is it? Who knows? was $12.99 at an outlet at some point. It looks neat. Do I want to own it? No. But I like looking at it for a minute. Deviled egg holder. Angelic light switch. Helping little kids go to school. Light switch plate, I guess. Alright. Hello. Hi. There's a pup over here. I just saw a person there, though. I don't want to talk to the person, I just want to talk to the pup. I'll just go walk over there and see if he wants to say hi. That's important enough. Do a little reconnaissance for the nearby houses too. Here, buddy. You friendly? You're... No, you don't care that I'm here. Hello. Hi. Oh, okay. I'm smart. I guess that answers that. We'll let him keep control of his territory there. Oh, there's what the beware of dog sign is for on this one. Yeah. Now, are you friendly? Looks like you're trying to wag your tail. I just can't tell. If I put my hand down here, do you want to? Oh, no. Give him a moment. If I come down here, do you want to sniff my hand and say hi? No? No, okay. Just wanted to make sure I was here. Yeah, no, I get that. It's, he wants to love so badly. Apparently there's feral kids here. It's good to know. Not seeing anything else down that way. We'll just take a look anyway, though, just for good measure. Oh, geez. Well, I left my nuts in my jacket. And I left my jacket in the car, but I see a squirrel. Crap. Let me just go see if I can talk to the squirrel. I'm here. I don't have anything to offer it, but my friendship. Where'd he go? Amazon guy's having second thoughts there. Oh, they're up here. I hear you. There you are. Might actually be a bird up there. Yeah, just a bird hanging out with me, but there was a squirrel. And I lost him. And amongst the dog barking, I think he ran for it. No, nothing. Okay. Fine. I don't think that goes through as far as I want. So let's go down here another block and maybe double around. We have more feral kids over here, it looks like. Kind of fencing we had on stuff when I was a kid. Baby gate, a piece of a fridge, whatever else is fence like. Oh, I see a cat. Everyone stay cool. Hello. You friendly? No. Okay. All right. The tractor tire garden, also a mainstay from where I grew up. Second only to the stack of normal tires garden. Big in like trailer parks and stuff because it's essentially mobile. You can garden there without needing to actually dig stuff up, and you might be moving soon anyway and all that. Let's see if we can get down this street to get back to stuff. Yeah, I think so. Silverdale. Oh, okay. I believe that we're right back to the main strip of South Park here. Maybe look around for a minute and see if I recognize anything, but I think so. All right, quick check to see where we're going. I think we're actually close to the Unicorn Ranch as well here, so we'll stop by that on the way. Oh, I can't see shit. No. Guess that's 12th, Silverdale. Okay, so we'll scuttle. Maybe we'll actually go over to Donovan or so there. Yeah, because I can't go past that. Okay. Straight clothing if you need it. One drawer from the dresser. Just one though. Don't want to go overboard or anything. Nothing down here. Doesn't look like it. Whole bunch more grape hyacinth here, though. Yeah. This neighborhood, I mean, just barely even, oh God, just barely even has houses, let alone libraries, it seems. But I'm a completionist. I still had to make sure I hit it at some point. I don't know what these are, but they're neat. So, low count today, but I'm covering a lot of territory. I think we can all agree that as, I don't know, an achievement hunter here, covering every one of them is clearly what matters. That's what a sane person would think, right? Last little bits of some plum blossoms here. Oh, focus. You can do it. Focus. Oh, even if you are focused. Actually, those are, yeah, those are plum. Are we way out of focus on? No, okay, good. It's interesting to be out here where there's just like junkers still. People who just like have a yard full of tires and stuff like that for whatever they're able to get off recycling them and things like that. Because like NIMBYs would not let that shit fly in the city proper anymore. Right, where am I? So I think there's one around here. Let's see if I can find it. It's on 14th between Donovan and Trenton. They were definitely on the other side there. So he thinks there's one like right over here somewhere. It seems unlikely. This is like inside the clinic or something, which would be odd. Or on the street, I suppose. Let's take a quick look around and see if we spot one. And we're also really close to the Unicorn Ranch again, so I'll circle back there in a minute. After I do my due diligence over here. If I were a little library at a clinic, would I be inside? It seems like a weird place to put it. There's offices. Around the side? No, nothing here. COVID testing. This box doesn't happen to be library related, is it? No, it's lab specimens. Alright, well I guess this one's gone. Good to know. Let's go on up and look at some unicorns. Here we've got a little carniceria, pasteleria, some bikini espresso over here. After this, I may go take a look, go over to Boeing Field for a moment, just look, see what's there to see. Slugs. All right, Farks in particular, but anyone else? Are you ready for the unicorns? Do you think that you're ready for the unicorns? Right. Ignore the number of heads on pucks. Sure, that's fine. What does it mean? Totally normal. But Unicorn Ranch. This one amuses the living hell out of me so far. The small ones, we've got like little work art there. One hanging out here, just being there. Well, there's an evil clown. There's a unicorn Barbie all high. Better look at that one. It's disturbing for you. Good. And there's a little bit of stuff over here, or just more heads on pikes. Yeah, sure, it's totally fine. Normal, not to be worried about. I don't know why anyone would have a concern about heads on pikes. Looking face, it's so great. Smells like piss here. It's good to know. I'm gonna drop the camera for a minute here. Yeah, okay, that smell was homeless guy there. That's kind of too bad. I see the dog coming up here. I can't tell if it's going to be very good or going to be defensive, so we'll see in a moment.
Yeah, she loves tiger pizza. Yeah.
My dog is way too interested in smelling that restaurant. Way too interested. So we're getting to like the 2 or 3 blocks of South Park that's tried to gentrify a little bit. Which basically means the cool Chicago pizza place has a place down here and a little bit of street art. Appearances from the South Park pickle. It's good. Vito Juarez over there. Actually, I want to go over to the other side there, but I'll figure that out in a minute. Cross where I can here to start. It's most of the phone booth. Yeah, it's probably easier to cross here, actually. Oh, damn. Dorner has a posse. A lot of fucked up police material around here. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that straightforward. There's a big top curiosity shop over there. I'm curious about it, but I don't want to walk in with a camera yet because it feels like something I should probably check with first. It looks like it might just be like random circus stuff, maybe? I don't know. Here's a giant anglerfish that I wasn't expecting. Oh shit, a giant anglerfish. made of calacas and crows. Let's get up ahead of them. See what's over here. Right across here, there's Boeing's. It's not their headquarters anymore. They moved that out near Chicago. But everything but the offices are over here still. See a little bit of the city out on the distance there. If I stop moving so much. Downtown is there. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 miles away from here. Over here is Boeing Field. And they'll do test flights here. It's actually now an operating airport for some specific purposes. You also just park them out here for maintenance and whatnot. The Museum of Flight is over here, which is actually really fucking cool. They have like Bill Boeing's first plane and also the SR-71 Blackbird and also a piece of the space shuttle training program and things like that. Yeah, okay, so there's not much here, I guess, but a year and a half ago or whatever, when Boeing had all the recalls over whatever part was making it go down, they suddenly had, every airline in the world had to basically drop their planes off of Boeing, so they all ended up here, or at least, 1/10 of the world's planes were parked here for a little while. I happened to wander by and there's just nose to tail across the whole thing. It's wild. wire up in the air. Those are just crossing rails when they raise the bridge. It's a drawbridge here. Right out here. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera well or not, but you can see the mountains out today nicely, but it's so bright you might not be able to see it. There's Mount Rainier. If I can hold still for a second. Also high Longford. I didn't say that. Alright, well, I may have run out of South Park to be in. These ones aren't even old. These are, well, the Museum of Flight ones are old, but they keep a couple examples of everything, basically. These ones are actually probably just parked here for maintenance. If you need Boeing to check out your plane, you end up bringing it here at some point. Let their mechanics work on it for a while. There's the other side of the Duwamish River. Yeah. But like specific repairs that are big enough to make you come out here instead of letting your local airport mechanics work on it and that sort of thing. Because every airline already has their own master mechanic crew. But airline stuff is so regulated that certain repairs need to be done by the manufacturer, so some of them have to be checked by the manufacturer, all sorts of other stuff. Man, it smells awful here still. They've used oil. But, you know, 10 years ago, this river was like just brown and green. The fact that it's mostly clear now is pretty intense. Yeah, so that's the kind of thing you want to double check on planes. That's why there's a lot of regulations. these aren't actually in use, but they're from the old bridge, or the old version of it, since everything here is a drawbridge. This one had some sort of like massive gear thing, I guess. Let's see if I can get across here without getting killed. Actually, yeah, I think I can. Nice. All right, folks. I think I have run out of South Park to wander. So, well, let me get to the other side here. There we go. Hey, there we go. Alright, so I have run out of South Park Wander. I think I'm going to be able to check out the Curiosity Shop here, but I'm not going to do that on camera. So, thanks for hanging out. Take it easy. I might throw some pictures on Discord later on. We'll see. Take care, folks.